If you do not grab your viewers' attention in the first 30 seconds, your video is already failing. The algorithm is watching, your audience is judging, and every second matters. In this video, I will show you exactly how to hook viewers fast, boost your watch time, and finally get the visibility your content deserves, starting from the very first line. Maximizing impact with YouTube SEO, how to hook viewers in the first 30 seconds. The first 30 seconds of any YouTube video are the most critical part of the entire viewer experience. In that tiny window of time, your audience will decide whether to stay and keep watching or click away and move on. That means as a content creator, you must maximize every second of that opening to capture attention, create intrigue, and signal to the viewer that they are in the right place. It is not just about being flashy or loud. It is about delivering a message that resonates, hooks, and promises value instantly. YouTube's algorithm watches what viewers do during those first seconds. If they drop off early, the algorithm sees that as a sign of low engagement and pushes the video down in search results and recommendations. On the other hand, if they stay, click like, or comment, it tells the system that the video is relevant and interesting. That is why mastering the hook is not optional. It is the foundation of good YouTube SEO. Viewer retention, click-through rate, and overall watch time are the biggest signals YouTube uses to decide which videos to show more often. The key to a powerful hook begins before you ever record. You must be crystal clear on what your video promises to deliver. You need to understand what problem it solves, what question it answers, or what desire it speaks to. Your opening should immediately acknowledge that and reflect it in the first sentence. For example, if your video is about growing a YouTube channel, do not start with background information about yourself. Start by calling out the viewer's pain point. Struggling to get more views on your videos? Here's how to fix that in the next 5 minutes. This immediately tells the viewer they are in the right place. Another effective strategy is to build curiosity. When you make a statement that hints at something powerful, surprising, or unknown, people feel compelled to stay just to find out what happens next. This could be a bold claim, an unexpected stat, or a relatable truth. For example, most creators ruin their video in the first 10 seconds and they have no idea. Are you making this mistake? That kind of hook speaks directly to the viewer's desire to improve and their fear of doing something wrong. It activates emotion, which is one of the most powerful tools for retention. Once you hook the viewer, your job is to make them feel confident that watching the rest of the video is worth their time. That means setting expectations clearly. Tell them what they will learn, how long it will take, and why it matters. For example, you can say, in this video, I will show you 3 simple techniques to improve your YouTube SEO, and hook your viewers in the first 30 seconds. This gives structure and purpose to the video, and it keeps your audience mentally prepared to stay until the end to receive the full value. Using visual and verbal rhythm is another smart tactic. If you speak in a flat tone, show long static shots, or take too long to make a point, people lose interest quickly. Instead, use short, punchy sentences, dynamic visuals, or jump cuts to maintain engagement. The first 30 seconds should feel fast, pacing, but clear. Avoid long introductions, excessive branding, or talking about yourself unless it directly supports the hook. Save detailed background or personal stories for later in the video when you have already earned the viewer's trust. YouTube SEO also depends on strong keyword alignment, so your opening lines should reflect the keywords in your title and description. If your video is titled "How to Hook Viewers in the First 30 Seconds," make sure those exact words or a very close variation are spoken in the first part of your video. This not only helps your video rank in search, but also reassures the viewer that they clicked on the right content. The algorithm also uses automated transcripts to detect what is being said, so speaking your keywords aloud adds an extra layer of optimization. Your thumbnail and title must work together with your video's first 30 seconds. Think of it as a chain. The thumbnail grabs attention, the title confirms the value, and the opening of the video delivers the promise. If the hook does not match the title, viewers feel misled and bounce off. For example, if your title says "How to Triple Your Watch Time" and you start the video by explaining how the YouTube algorithm works, that disconnect will drive people away. Instead, reinforce your promise right away. If your watch time is stuck below 1 minute, here is the exact strategy I use to triple mine. One overlooked aspect of the hook is authenticity. You do not need to be loud or over the top to hook viewers. You need to be real, focused, and speaking directly to your audience. Know their pain points, dreams, and questions, and use those as your opening lines. This builds trust, and trust increases retention. Think of your viewer as one person, not a crowd. Speak to them as if you were having a one-on-one conversation. That intimacy increases the chance they will keep watching and take your message seriously. To close your first 30 seconds effectively, introduce a moment of tension or expectation. Tell the viewer why they need to stay until the end. For example, stick with me because the third tip I'll share is the one that made my videos finally go viral. This creates anticipation and gives a clear reason to stay, then make sure you deliver on that promise later. When you consistently start strong and keep your promises, viewers return to your channel again and again. If you're able to start off strong, start short and work your way up to a short film. That is how you build both trust and algorithmic momentum, and it all begins with the first 30 seconds.